Well, we're down at San Jose in the bottom car park. I'm going to see if we can find any flowers. The giant dandelions have died. Most flowers are now drying out, so it will probably be bushes that are flowering. I'm going to see if we can find any. Oh, here we go. I think it's a different way in. I just switched the mobile on and it's switching itself on and off. So we could be walking with the other mobile, but I'm looking for the bushes that have the nice purple flower on. I walked this route last year on something like the 24th of May. So it may be this way where they have all the flowers. We will see. Oh, I don't know whether that last bit recorded or not. Electronics seem to be going mad this morning. Mobile playing up. Camera seems to be playing up. But we'll go see if we can find any flowers. The French toilet bar is closed next week. I did tell him that we came up last week and it was raining, so we didn't stop, and that you'll be back in 2 or 3 weeks' time. So I said, oh, he'll see you then. It's very pleasant up here today. We don't have any cloud off the Atlantic yet, but we'll see how it goes during the day. There are some pretty flowers out, although they are getting past their best now. All the thistles are flowering. Thistles flowering. Different. And the wonderful brambles begin to grow across the path. This is down the bottom of way round from San Jose. I just passed a couple who walked off from the car park in the opposite direction, and they've just passed me going up the hill. I'm coming down this way. It's different. Oops. It is very pleasant here today. Very quiet. Still green. A lot of the countryside has now gone straw, actually. The mountains where there wasn't normally grass, all that has now dried out. We've had no rain, a lot of sun. Oh, looks as though the foresters have been out clearing the wider path down there. Oh, there's an interesting little bit. It was down one of these that when Jamie had done his legging, we came and again I found a different path, but I'm not sure where. I'm going to look at the GPS. I think I go down again from here just a minute. Well, the map did show going on the top path, but I'm going to go on the bottom path. It's not much longer, and that may be where the foresters were making a new path last year that I've not found since, so I'm going to walk round that way. It looks as though I'm not going to walk round that way. We've got foresters everywhere, so I'm going to go the other way. Well, that was a short distance. I'm pleased that they were there and not right round the other side. We'll go on the path that I originally considered walking on. This is really nice walking countryside. I tend to forget about this and think it as just a stony forester's path, but there's these areas which are really attractive. Whether I'll come across the path that we found, I don't know. We will see later. There's a set of different flowers. They kind of like a giant buttercup. Lots of them now. Growing all the way into the forest there. So, one flower dies and another takes its place. This side's got lots of these purple flowers growing all the way up into the forest on that side, and also on this side as well. Nice. These are the first flowers on this. Is like a wild rose, but this edge, all this, will go purple in the next week or so. You may be here when this happens. We'll see. There are still a few dandelions about in the wood. In the open, they're not there. I'm walking down the bottom path towards Montanetta area. It doesn't get quite as far as the lava flow from Ciniero, but gets quite a long way around. In a minute we'll be going uphill quite a lot. Oh, another pretty flower. There are so many different flowers out here. We're now going to start climbing up past the you can see that, the pylons. It's where I always kind of get lost. We'll see when we get there. Last week when I came off here, it was raining, so we went back to Villa Flow. I'm now on the overhead cables. As you can see from trying to see Tady camera, we've got a Kalima. There we are, you can just see Tady Pico Viejo. My recollection is correct. I go down there, then turn right up into the forest around the corner. You can see that because of the contrast problem. When it's not cloudy, that's a magnificent view of Tady. I think you can see that now. I've got to the path, I've got lots of little flowers now. My head. And the path. Started to go up towards the tomb, towards that's better. Right, I'm through the edge. I did look as though there was a path going up into the forest, but it was overgrown and with lots of brambles growing, and probably with my leg, I don't think it's sensible walking through there at present. But these are amazing flowers, both sides. It will just get better over the next 2 or 3 weeks, so this will be quite spectacular in a fortnight. I'm now walking down the track that separates the pine forest on my left to the more general forest on the right. The further I get into the pine forest, the fewer flowers we'll see, but it's worth walking this way. As I say, in a fortnight's time, or 3 weeks, it might be worth coming up here again. I'm now onto the rough track. The trouble is, it's the same path, but whenever you get hills, the vehicles going up and down tear the topsoil off and get down to the rock. Further down where it's flat, they don't. So I'm hoping it changes again in a minute to some better kind of walking. It's not bad, it's just that it's not as pretty. An interesting piece of artwork by some walker. Spent his time putting a cairn in. This piece looks like it might be the place where Gayney and I came out and we looked for the path that was being cleared through the wood. Nobody seems to have walked it much though. I'll have to think about it later on, whether to go through. From the top of here, there is a path going back down through the wood to the bottom, but I shall be going on uphill. Well, junction there, a path down that way that goes back to the bottom, but that, according to my map, you can probably see there, funny colours on there, so I should be going up the hill. That's where we're going. The foresters seem to have done quite a lot of work on this. I mean, I don't think it's very smooth, strange, but they've also dug the sides out and the water runoffs have been cleared, so there was one further down which dug out quite a lot, and another one here, so they seem to have tried to protect this path, which makes it a better walking path, but a lot of work done clearing the side. I presume they had a bulldozer up here, because this is a fair amount of work, not being done by hand. Now we're beginning to climb fairly hard towards Montaña Negra. I'm just going to switch off for a minute. Well, I've come up from way down there, up there. As you can see, the flowers are dying off now. We're getting into pine country, and I've got to go up there, and it goes on further round. So now we're into heavy breathing country. As I said, going round the corner doesn't bring you onto the flat. I've been round 2 or 3 corners. All that happens round the corner is another hill to climb. I do wonder why they've done this road. The second one we've seen that they've done like this, where they've cleared it. The almond walk was done the same way. I can't believe they want cars up here. So I'm a bit bemused why they're doing it. It makes an interesting walk, but all rather confusing. I don't suppose you can see the light as it reflects off the bush. My Polaroid lens is right. Never mind. But we're still going up. I had walked to the bottom of this walk, the first bit, and this is a 200 metre climb. So I'm going straight up to Montaña Negra. Up and up and up. As you can see around this corner, it continues up. I found out that my battery had gone on my right hand hearing aid this morning, and I haven't got any spares, so I've taken the battery out of the left hand one, put it in the right hand one, Because my right ear is the one with the worst damage. But interestingly, I can hear the birds singing on the right hand side, nothing from the left. But it's unusual for me to hear the birds. My high frequency hearing is just about non-existent. So it is nice to hear them. Right, is this what they cleared this track for, made it drivable, so someone can drive all the way up without having to do any exercise whatsoever. It's interesting. As you can see, one way around to Montanegra, they can't take their car down there. There's a barrier in the way. But people have obviously tried, because if you look at the path, you can see the car track coming down here. So a lot of this traffic is coming from the top. It will be interesting to see where it leads. And here we are, getting to the top of this stretch. I remember this now, there were some pretty flowers further on, it flattens out. I'm hoping the traffic up here is being the foresters and not quad bikes and motorists, because they will destroy the track without batting an eyelid. But there's a really nice view. The white blossom on the trees, which these were in white blossom last week, it's all died and blown off now. We'll see if there's anything attractive round the corner. It tends to drop down a bit. Oh, there are some white flowers left on these trees. As you can see, they've still got some flowers on. Oh my goodness, yet another car. It really is disturbing to see cars up this high. Why can't these people get out and walk? Why do they have to bring their cars up here? If they want to do that, go to Arenas Negra, which is built for it. Not drive up footpaths and tracks. We saw a few giant dandelions up here. The weather allows them to stay here a bit longer. And the purple flowers. This, if I remember rightly, last year was covered in flowers. They obviously, whichever it is, hasn't come out yet. But we shall begin going downhill. I need to check the GPS. I'm obviously fairly near the top because there is nothing in the way of mountains that way. So I need to have a look. Well, according to the GPS, I'm on the wrong path. I should have turned off and gone up and not come this way. But there is a path that goes off this in about 400 metres back that will take me back to the path I'm supposed to be on. So we'll try and find that. Can't be far. It'll add 400 or 500 metres to the walk, but that's not a problem. It should be an hour and a half, I've said, maybe 2 hours, so I'll still be in time. Well, this is where the path is with the car blocking it. That's very nice of a motorist. Don't want to walk anywhere, so we'll just block the path for everyone else. Selfish to the limit. Right, I now have to find my way through this. It's 2 ways, need a map. I'm now kind of off-piste. If I keep on a track that goes this way, or a path that goes this way, I should reach the track I want to be on. These bushes at the side of me will be the wild roses later on in the month. At the present, Ah, interesting. Oh, there's still a way there. We'll keep going up and see where we come out. Well, I'm now on a long walk back down the path. I've been up this road that has been flattened because I should have turned off this, or shouldn't have come onto it further down the hill. So I'm now walking downhill to walk back uphill. But I got this wrong last time as well, so I want to get it right this time. So I'm going to try and find this turn off further down. Well, surprise, surprise, it was where the other car was blocking the path. I'm supposed to go down here past this gate. These people with their cars up here are a real nuisance. This is meant for walkers, not for drivers. But they can't get out of their cars and walk up the hill. They have to drive up the hill. Right, well, that'll have put a bit on the climb, and I'll see how it goes. This is, according to the GPS, is on a contour line. It also looks like the one I walked when it was really pretty with all these bushes covered in flowers. Both sides were purple, pink purple. So this may be an interesting walk when you're back. Assuming the flowers have survived that long, of course. But we will see. It's just nice anyway. I remember photographing these a bit earlier in the year when they were bright green. They're now going yellowy, and the heat is beginning to kill them off. The moss is dying. But this is different in that the cars can't get up here, so the track's not being destroyed as badly. Oh, one of the little flowers starting to come out there. There's one or two more. All these will be purpley pink later. The path now turns to the right, and I've got a 60-metre climb to the top of the walk. I'll stop for a drink there and then start down. I've been walking nearly an hour. It's not bad. I can normally get down in half an hour from the Montagna Negra to the water tower. Down to the bottom is a bit longer, but not that much. And I did allow myself the possibility of 2 hours. Look, they are getting more. It's a difference. It will be nice later. I'm now back in the forest climbing hard again, but at least I'm on the right track. Just as I turned onto this path, something ran from the path into the undergrowth. They don't have squirrels. I suspect it must have been a rabbit, but I was too far away to see. Can't think of anything else that would be up here that was a browny colour. Well, 400 metres left at the top of the walk. I'm probably on the flat at the top now. Then I'll stop for water. These bushes will have the little pinky purple flowers on. But now we're moving out of that area into definite pine country. As you can see, the undergrowth has suddenly disappeared. It changes quite dramatically as you get up here. Nothing grows under the pines, apart from a few fungi. Although, having said that, there is another bank of the shrubs up here, so maybe we'll get them up here as well. I'm virtually at the top now, and this track there is to the lava field up to Montagna Negra. I'm not walking that way, we've done that often enough. I'm going this way, across the top and down. I've been walking an hour and 7 minutes now, So half an hour down, we'll be alright. And I turn right at this next junction up here. A bit before that, I'm going to have a sit down and some water. I'm going to join this track down. One of the locals collecting feed for or bedding for his animals. Where can I sit? Anywhere, I suppose. I'm on the Chingero track now. So I'm going to sit down here, get a drink. Well, I shall have to put my camera on the floor. I forgot where my baby tripod this morning. You probably can only see my ankles at present. Never mind. No. It's shower time. This hasn't been opened. I should have brought one that I'd opened down below. But there we are, not too bad today. Apart from the person collecting feed for his animals, who just passed another Spanish walker on his own walking up the hill. Apart from that, not much happening up here. Just very quiet. There was rumours a week or so ago about some kind of vibrations on the Tady. People start looking at how they're going to get off the island when people start saying it's rumbling, but oh, pretty white butterfly. I don't know anybody that's noticed anything. Right, well, don't need much more than that. I'll take this back up and see if we can get down inside the 2 hour limit. Make sure I've got all my bits and pieces. And the camera. The GPS signal and the mobile app itself have been a bit iffy today, but doesn't really matter much about this section. This is the path that goes all the way down to either the water tower or the recreation area. So we just follow this now. I don't know whether you can hear the birds. It's interesting. As I say, normally I can't. My hearing either is improving. I did buy myself a new set of Grado headphones. Arrived last week. I've been using, and with an equaliser with the treble gain turned up, which has given me much better hearing at the top end. So we'll see. Oh look, I've got a group of walkers. Don't know where these are from. Suspect they're going up. Hola, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Weiter gab's nicht.
Buenos días.
Hello. Hola.
The Spanish chap that I passed at the top of my walk, he was going up, no rucksack, didn't appear to have any water, nothing with him. He was already looking flustered and hot. If he's going to Chinero, he might find it a problem. And that group seem to have had a stop, and they're not a third of the way up to Chinero yet, and it's getting hotter. So one does have to be a bit careful coming up here in this weather. This part was covered on both sides with white flowers on the trees a couple of weeks ago. It's now all dead. All the flowers have fallen off. Not had nothing yet to replace them. The last of them there. We're back to the purple flowers and the yellow flowers. Of course, we're coming downhill now, so we're getting lower. And we're moving out of the pine forest back into a mixed forest, so we may see more flowers. We're now moving into the area where the yellow flowers were like a giant buttercup. The dandelions, giant dandelions, there's the odd one or two, but the one on this corner that we used to see has now died out. There are some roses down there, so it will be fairly attractive in a fortnight's time. This path, the Chinero path, must be the one I walk most. Goes from San Jose up to Montaña Negra and then on to Chinero after that. But it also opens up all the top. So walking up here gives you the option of going left and right at the top to different walks. So I walk this quite a lot. But it changes as the year goes on. The path and the flowers get different. But there's never a lot down here. I mean, the most interesting time is probably when the mushrooms are out, a different coloured mushroom. But a few more yellow flowers. I got down here a lot faster than I expected. I'm just casually walking and down to the signpost for Chinero, which is where I normally turn off, depending on where I'm going, in the different directions. So yeah, we'll get down within the 2 hours probably. I walked this section. It's an alternative way back to the water tower. I don't know whether I was on my I was on my own. About 3 weeks back. It's a pleasant extension of the Chinero path. Goes down to the bottom of it. In fact, I remember pointing out that we used to see these quite a lot up here. There's another one, I'm not sure where the other one is, but it's a nice walk. For some reason this particular part of the path we don't walk very often, but it is very nice. I turned off this when I went to the water tower, but today I'm staying on it to see where it goes. Last time I turned off on this little path here to go that way to join the water tower path. This is the one that I want, as I don't normally walk. I just passed a little family, the mum and dad with a little boy or girl, probably 3, out walking. Nice to see. Stopped for water. Well, now I've got voices behind me, they may be walking this way, I don't know. They'll pass me in a bit if they're walking that fast. But we will see. It could be someone on the main track which runs parallel with this, about 50 metres to the left. But we'll see later. Well, there we are, getting further down. And the camera was bleeping for some unknown reason and switched itself off. Rather strange. But, got a finger on the microphone, must remember that. Yes, it's back on now. It's interesting to see how much faster they walk than I do. I didn't think I was that slow. Then my right knee is beginning to realise it's been walking this morning. Going down those things. Right, it's going off for a while. I remember this, it crosses one of the pylons under the cables. That's right, here we are. Cables above us. So actually a different way down to the one I was going to go on. Somewhere down there. I have to find my way back to the campsite. So I'll pick up the GPS in a minute, especially as soon as we come to a junction. Now this is the turn now. Some nice person put a stick in to show you. We're going down here, I don't know where the family went, may have gone the other way. But I'm now into the undergrowth again, turning off. I just got down the steep bit and jarred my right knee on the big drop at the end of it. But since we've not got far to go, it's not really a problem. We're now at the roadside, turn right down here onto the path that takes us back to the, turn right along this little path here. And the grass is still here. Further up the grass is all gone, but this has still got a bit about. It did rain last week up here, so keeping it a bit green. The family went the other way. This is not the official guided walk. This is the one that we use, but we're now virtually back. This path obviously gets walked quite a lot now, and it gets to be a fairly regular path. People find it and walk it. It'll gradually turn into an alternative path off the top instead of going all the way around the by road. It's a bit of a bind. This now just drops down to the top of the recreation area. As you'll see in a minute. If you look down there, you should be able to see the table somewhere amongst that lot. That's where we're going, down to the end. Can we go down this steep bit? Nope, we'll go down the easy bit. Here we are amongst the tables and barbecue pits, walking down to the bottom. It's quite nice now. Getting a bit hot. for walking, but then I finished, so that's fine. We've got to go down here, round the bottom, and the end of the walk. A couple of days ago I upgraded my CPU on my motherboard, making it 50%, so 100% faster on rendering, so it will be interesting to see this afternoon how good it is. Oh, the family down that way. So there you are, it is faster our way than their way. So, another walk. My right knee is a bit sore, but should be fine.